Yes?
Tahar, I heard the fighting. Does that mean?
The wyvern is dead. Yes. Here's his tooth.
Let me see. Huh. Well, color me impressed. All right then, let's go see my brother. Shane, I think you should see this.
Interesting.
What?
Here, this is for you. A wyvern's tooth. Straight from the beast's jaws.
Huh. So? Why are you showing me this?
They killed that wyvern all by themselves, Shane. I saw it. No soldiers, no ballistas.
So?
Blazes, Shane. Don't play dumb with me. This man may be many things, but he's not weak. Someone who can kill a wyvern with their own hands is fit to lead an army against the purity.
Maybe. But the question is he willing to make the hard calls when push comes to shove?
What do you...
Meet me at the foot of the fortress, Tahar. Alone.
I at least want to know what he has to say.
Well, I can't stop you.
So, what's the plan?
Yes?
You came. Well, that's something. Let's get to the point. Given that my original impression of you wasn't entirely correct, let me revise my statement. An alliance between House Wolfgar and House Utran, and thus you, might not be out of the question anymore.
So that wyvern's tooth really changed your mind?
Not the tooth. Your tenacity. I know Ulfric had a hand in this, but it doesn't matter. You didn't let yourself be scared off by my words. And not to mention that a commander who charges into battle on his own is a rarity these days. Most of them are fat bureaucrats who know how to wield the quill better than the sword. Now, don't get me wrong, I still don't trust you. But nonetheless, you know your craft, and this is what matters for now.
But I'm guessing you have terms for that alliance, don't you? Why the secrecy?
Because I want you to kill Wayland Hallett for me.
I beg your pardon?
You heard right. I didn't come here just to see your troops, though that was one of the reasons. I came here to rid the world of the Hallett bloodline once and for all. Do you know what he did?
You blame him for the death of your daughter, right?
Blame? Don't think I can't read between the lines, Tahar. He killed my daughter, murdered her, and only because he was too much of a coward to stand up to his promise. He could have saved her, but he didn't. Because doing that would have meant risking his precious troops for a rival house. We were just stupid enough to get there before him. Believe me, Tahar, Wayland knows how to act all friendly and reasonable, but he's a strategist who'll stop at nothing to increase the influence of his house. He'll smile at you and tell you what you want to hear, but ultimately everything he tells you only follows one purpose: himself.
How do you know this is what really happened at the battle? Were you there?
Tahar, I am not going down that route. I am not.
So you want to assassinate him? You know what you're asking of me, don't you? You could be trialed just for mentioning this.
By whom? The purity of light? Also, it's your word against mine. If you take this to anyone else, I will simply deny it. If we kill Wayland Hallett, their soldiers will fall into confusion like sheep without a shepherd. According to my spies, many of his men would likely switch sides if something were to happen to Wayland. The rest might realize the scheme behind his death and turn against us. In return, we will swear loyalty to House Utran. At least until the purity is taken care of.
And what do you want my role to be in this?
You're the only one who can get into their camp. Wayland Hallett knows how many people are out for his head, which makes him rather vigilant.
Does Ulrich know about your plan?
He doesn't, and it will stay that way. The moment you take the word of this to anybody else, House Wolfgar will turn against you.
I'll keep quiet. I don't like this, but I'll think about it.
Good. Here. All you need to do is pour 5 drops of this poison into Wayland Hallett's food or drink. It will take care of the rest. And don't worry, it won't take effect before the conclave takes place, and when it does, it will be a swift and merciful death. More merciful than this bastard deserves, in fact. All you need to do is to find a way so that the arrogant dwarf lover swallows it. Until then, goodbye. I will see you at the conclave.
Yeah, you will.
Heading out? Good luck.
Thanks, soldier.
Yes?
I'm ready.
What do we need?
Huh?
Now would you look at
Yes,
that?
Tahar? Do you require anything else?
How are you feeling? You still seem distant.
As I said, I am functional. I will not let you down.
I've had a talk with Wayland Hallett. He proposes a marriage between House Uhtred and House Hallett to force the Wolfgars into submission.
By a marriage, you mean he has asked for my hand.
Yes.
I will do what is necessary.
This is your decision, Myra. You're the lady of House Uhtred.
Yes, I am. But, as I said, I will do whatever is necessary. If you think it takes this marriage to save Northander, then I will do it.
How do you feel about Wayland?
I don't know him, so I do not feel any particular emotions towards him.
Angar, what is your take on this? You've been quiet.
It is your decision, Myra. I'm not an Uhtran. But Wayland Hallett only wants to use you and House Uhtran for his purposes. In other words, the battle ahead might be tough, but making the Halletts the strongest house in Northander, I do not like that idea.
I understand.
So you want me to decide?
Yes. Do what you must, Tahar. I will accept your decision.
We shouldn't do this, Tahar. Myra isn't capable of making such a decision in her current state of mind.
Maybe. But I don't see this alliance happening any other way. The battle for Greyfell will be bloody, Tahar. Make no mistake about that. It might be a marriage for the lives of hundreds of soldiers.
What's next?
Tahar, pleasure to see you.
There must be another way to convince you to join us.
It's all or nothing, Tahar. The marriage in exchange for the troops.
But the Purity won't spare you. You know that, right?
No, I don't. Do you? House Hallett is a powerful foe, but we could also be a powerful ally. Don't get me wrong, Tahar. I don't like this Lacane character. Not at all. But right now, all I'd get for helping you in that battle would be a pile of Hallett corpses.
For heck's sake, the Purity is murdering people. Doesn't that matter?
Everybody is murdering someone these days. But yes, I get your point. And again, I don't like what they're doing. But sadly, I'm a lord, and not a lone wolfish hero out to save the world. I can't afford to be idealistic.
How big is your army?
What you're asking is the dowry worth the marriage? I have 5,000 men and women under my banner, armed and ready to march. What you see here is only a fraction of House Hallett's full power. And that doesn't include the 2,000 soldiers from House Wolfgar that will be forced to cooperate with us once word of the marriage gets out.
That's impressive. An army of that size should really help us against the Purity.
Myra is in no condition to make a decision of that scale. The marriage will not happen.
That's regrettable. Though I'd like her to tell me herself. And judging by the position of the sun, the conclave is due to take place soon, isn't it? You've helped my men clear the fortress already, so that's taken care of. So I suggest we get on with it. I will see you at the top of the fortress, together with Lady Uhtred and Lord Wolfgar. Until then.
What do you want?
Yes?
Got it.
Yes?
Yes?
Huh? It's up to you now, Tahar.
Yes.
Lord Hallett, it has been a while.
It has. How are you, Shane? What about the wound? Is it still healing?
I'm fine. The only reason I'm here is courtesy. We won't march with either of you. Neither House Uhtred nor House Hallett, nor the Betrayer's Child's makeshift army.
Really? Well, that's not decided yet. Lady Myra, I hereby ask for your hand.
Aren't you feeling well?
I'm fine. It's the bloody swamp air. It's...
Lord Hallett!
Myra... You won't get away with...
Poison? By Tiara, someone get me a healer. Are you deaf? Get me a healer.
I'm sorry, John. We're done serving that bastard.
What the... Treason? This is treason. You can't... Now! For the light!
Don't harm my brother!
Just give the word.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Well... Shit.
You did this?
Well observed, brother.
Traitor.
Yeah, I guess I did.
But why? I don't understand, Ulrich.
Did you really think I'd just stand by and watch while House Wolfgar breaks into pieces? You don't even see it. You're obsessed with your bloody feud with Hallett, and even though we don't even have the money to pay for our soldiers' food anymore, you seem to think that we still live in the old days, when House Wolfgar still mattered. I'm sorry, brother, but I won't just stand by and watch while you destroy all our fathers and forefathers have worked for. We can't win this war, neither by ourselves nor with the betrayer's child's army. Lacane, his fanatics, and his creations are simply way too powerful. So, he made me an offer, and I accepted.
You told them of the Conclave?
Correct.
But it's over, isn't it? We fought off the ambush.
That was just a taste of what they have prepared. They have an entire army in the Northwest. It's massive. You will fall. All of you. I was hoping I'd get out of this alive, but seems that I won't.
What do you mean?
I'm a traitor, and even though Corporal Tahar has quite some first-hand experience with betrayal himself, I doubt he'll show mercy when it's someone else doing it.
By the... No! If you do so much as touch him, I'll kill you. I swear it, Tahar. I'll kill you.
He has broken the Queen's law, and there's no tribunal around to judge him. That means that there's only one option.
Don't you have anything to say in your defense?
Nothing I haven't said already.
You'll get a trial once all of this is over. Until then, you're our prisoner.
Well, this is a surprise.
Are you mad? You're not taking my brother.
Blazes, Shane. He betrayed all of us, even you. We're being merciful here, so don't act like a bloody child.
But...
He's right, brother. Don't push it.
Fine. Tahar, you will have our blades. Now, against the Purity and in the battle for Greyfell. Now let's get back to our camps. It won't be long until the Purity launches another attack.
And if we're out of luck, the remainders of the Hallett camp. Whatever happened to Lord Hallett, the soldiers will make their own assumptions about what happened. Whatever that was, anyway.
I doubt we'll ever find out. Ulrich, you said the Purity has set up camp in the Northwest.
Yes.
Then let's fight back.
At your command. Commander.
Yes?
Zalraka. Yes, a good idea.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
All right, then, let's get to it.
Building completed.
Yes.
Will do.
You got it.
Good move.
Understood.
Yes?
Yes? Expansion is the key to victory.
So, what's the plan? All right, give me a second.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Yes, a good idea.
Just give the word.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
For the fire wielders! Yes, a good idea. Yes?
Here we go.
Yes?
Good thinking. We could use another outpost.
Building completed.
Uh-huh. Fair enough. Let's do this.
Whatever's necessary.
Yes. All right, here goes nothing.
Yes? What do you want?
All right, give me a second.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Huh? Zarek guides me.
Got it.
I'll handle it.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's burn them.
For the Queen!
Fair enough. Let's do this.
It's over already. It's over already.
You'll regret this.
All right, good work. Let's tell our people we're ready to head back to Mullendir.
Fine by me. That was enough human politics to last me a lifetime. What do you want?
Understood.
Sure. Yes. You got it.
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
So, what's the plan?
Fine.
As you want.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm ready. What do you want?
That way?
They will fall. You'll regret this.
Just give the word.
It's over already. All right, let's get to it.
You asked for focus area. Focus.
Yes?
You read my mind.
Yes?
Whatever's necessary.
For Northander!
What's next?
All right, here goes nothing.
They will fall.
It's over already.
go.
I'll handle it.
Let's burn them. For the fire wielders! Let's burn them.
Yes?
You're back. I don't know how to say this, but thank you.
For what?
For not giving Myra to that man. I realized that she agreed, but we both know her mental state is questionable. I'm glad you saw that. Be that as it may, even if we didn't win House Hallett, the Wolfgar forces alone will be a great help in the battle against the Purity. Though, to be honest, I had wished for another outcome. Anyway, no point in delaying the inevitable any further. We should discuss the upcoming battle in the span. Are you ready?
I am.
Good. Then let's call your companions. Thank you for coming. I take it you know the purpose of this meeting. Our final battle is up ahead. We will take back Greyfell, kill the Kane, and save, well, Tahar's mother. You all know what's at stake. If we lose this battle, then there's no one left to stop the Kane. So, first of all, thanks to Ulrich Wolfgar and his betrayal, the Kane knows we're coming. Aranor?
Yes,
Lacane has gathered his army in the span. That's where the final battle will happen.
The Golden Road.
Yes. As you all know, almost every trade route of Northander leads through there. It's very easy for him to make a stand. The Queen's River draws a clear line between the Greykeep side and where we'll be coming in from.
So, what's your strategy?
I'm afraid there's only one. Brute force. We'll have to crush through his defenses like a warhammer through an armor. That's where House Wolfgar comes in. They will block off either the western or the southern routes through which the Purity would probably send in reinforcements. It's a shame House Hallett isn't supporting us too. That'll make the battle a lot harder. Once we've defeated their army, we'll advance to Greykeep. Questions?
Yes. How big is their army?
Massive. We already scouted the area. There's Bane, there's Deathmen, there's Templars, and Iron Ones.
In other words, Lacane knows we're a threat and gathered his entire force to stop us. Good. Because that'll be our chance to take out the entire Purity with one blow.
As I said, we cut off the snake's head.
Then prepare. Lacane won't show mercy, and neither will we. So I want every blade sharp. This is the only chance we're getting.
Well said, Tahar. Now get prepared. We'll head out at first light.
I had a feeling you'd come.
Why?
Because you just love to talk. But you know what? I appreciate it. I was never that big on sharing my thoughts, let alone my feelings. It just seemed, I don't know, pointless.
And now?
Well, I still prefer deeds over words, but I've realized that sometimes it can help to share. So, speaking of that, there's something I need to get off my chest. Thank you. Without your help, I don't know if I could have done it. Unite the Fire Wielders. But thanks to you, I did. Now, don't get me wrong. I know you mainly did this for our axis. But still, it got me a lot closer to my goal.
Redefine the Orc culture?
No, return to it. Restore the Great Tribe. Live and cherish the struggle, without becoming the savage idiots like Krell turned us into. Anyway, enough of the chatter. Hone your blade, Tahar. We'll need it.
Interesting.
So, I guess that's it? The great finale?
So it seems.
Well, I should probably say something meaningful now, right? I can't think of anything. Heck, I don't even know why I'm coming with you. I should have left moons ago.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you didn't.
Easy, Tahar. We don't want to get all sentimental here, do we? Jokes aside, though, I realize this is a cheesy thing to say, but no matter how this ends, I'm glad our paths crossed. All those years on the road, I was free, yeah, but I also didn't have any roots. No home. Now, before you start crying, I'm not saying that this bloody city is what I consider home these days. I'm just saying I don't know, that it feels good to fight for something. And that surprises me. Anyway, enough of the chatter. Tell me when you're ready to head out.
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains unrivaled. One thing is clear. None of their marvels would have been possible without an incredible amount of magical energy.
Iskra?
What? Oh, Tahar. Didn't see you coming.
This place still has you in its grips, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Look, Tahar, I'm sorry for what happened at the forge. You know, with the rune. I didn't know what got into me. I mean, I still believe the rune has the potential to do a lot of good, and I will continue researching, but I shouldn't have, well, risked our cause.
It's okay. I understand.
Glad to hear that. Anyway, I need to get some of these dents out of my armor. I'll be there when you need me.
Yes? Let's see.
Tahar. You need something?
Not really. I was just wondering if you wanted to talk before we head out. My gut tells me this will be the last battle for a while.
Well, I've had my share of war and violences. I sure hope so. 9 years. Can you imagine? It's been 9 years in which I did nothing but fighting. But killing. You want to know something funny?
What?
When I was a teenager, I always wanted to be an alchemist. You know, back in the days when there were charlatans everywhere. All of them looking for the Philosopher's Stone that could turn lead into gold. The idea of finding something that would change the world forever, it just fascinated me. Obviously, my plans didn't work out. My magical talent was discovered, I was sent to the university, and there I met your father. You know the rest of the story.
I do. But what are you getting at?
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that all through my life, I wanted to change something. Be that driving force behind something monumentous. Now, after all that's happened, I don't know. I've begun to wonder if that unguided idealism isn't the reason for a lot of conflict in the world. The War of the Six Races, the Mage Wars, the Purity, it's all the same. We're just too driven, too obsessed with leaving our mark on this world.
You almost sound regretful.
Do I? Well, I don't know. It's not like I don't believe in my ideals anymore. It's just all the fighting, all that death. It makes you think.
Maybe we are driven, but idealism is important. Without it, who knows where the world would be?
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, I'm glad we're on the same side again. Maybe this final battle is a chance to, well, to make amends. Let me know when you're ready to head out, Tahar.
What do we need?
Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need. Good choice.
Tahar, hello.
Getting prepared?
Yes.
It will be dangerous. You don't have to stay. You know that?
Oh, Tahar, you know, we never got the chance to talk much. But there's a reason I became an assassin. Blood, violence, death. It doesn't scare me. On the contrary. But I guess now isn't the time to catch up on this, is it? There's a battle ahead of us. I would like some more time to myself before we set out. Just give the word whenever you're ready. Yes, Corporal? How can I help?
Would you be willing to tell me more about your friend?
You seem to be quite adamant about this, aren't you? Fine.
How did she... I mean, how did it happen?
Well, I presume you are familiar with how the disease progresses, so there's no need to explain that. We had made camp, and from that point, do you know what's...
What?
Up until that... A blister. I insisted on riding back to her, but she wouldn't have...
She took her own...
Yes. There was an empty... She was smiling when she faded away.
For what it's worth.
Thank you. Anyway, is there anything else you wanted to ask?
Goodbye.
As you ride down the Golden Road, you cannot help but notice the irony of the situation. As the juncture of all trading roads of Northander, the Golden Road used to symbolize the harmony between the people of